Commercial airline that crash lands in an island in the Philippines, and Gerard Butler, the pilot of this commercial airline, needs to figure out how he's going to get his passengers safely off the island before they all get killed by a bunch of pirates. You know, the film came to me the way all of them do, through my agents, but I read the script and I had a heads up on what their vision was. I really adored the director, and I was a huge Gerard Butler fan, so it seemed like something I hadn't done before. Also, Bonnie was a character who was really strong but sweet, and like it was not the type of character that I've gotten to portray before, so it was a good fit. What was so cool about shooting it was that it felt like a 90s action film. And I think the distinction is that, you know, there's tons of action movies that get made, but we all know the ones from the 90s are the best because they're cinematic. And this movie is cinematic. It's not just a digital throwaway. Like, there's artistry. Everyone wanted to feel real and raw. Like, it's definitely going to be a standout film for that reason. So I played the head flight attendant, Bonnie, who oversees all the passengers, the safety of the passengers, and when the time comes where we have to crash land, I don't think that's something she's ever had to do before. So it was fun to play Bonnie because she was definitely like the mother, or the mother hen of everyone on the film. Gerard Butler plays Brodie Torrance, who Gerard Butler, as he's known in Hollywood, who's so kind and so sweet and has a really wonderful reputation. So I was really excited just to get to work with him. And he playing Brodie Torrance was particularly special because he's not someone as a character who's already seen a bunch of action. He's a pilot of a commercial airline who gets put in a situation to become the hero. And so I also thought that that's what made this movie different, you know, as opposed to the guy who's already seen a lot. You know, it's like he's someone who has to think on his feet and think in the moment and what are we going to do? And it definitely made the shoot, I don't know, just feel raw and realistic. It was very apparent, even on the first day, how much he cares. Like, yes, he's a producer. Yes, he's the main character, but he cares deeply about things being realistic and people bringing their best. And he, you know, he's got a lot of passion and a lot of Monster Energy drink running through his veins. And he is a machine, I'll tell you what. But he wants it to be good at the end of the day. And he's so committed. I mean, he's committed at a 12, so everybody else better bring their A game. And it kept our production going. Evan Dane Taylor plays Junmar, the head pirate, who's the villain, the ultimate villain in our movie. And that is a testament to what a good actor he is, because off camera, he is a little lovable man, like kind and sweet and giggly and sensitive and like lovely to be around. And then he turns it on and he's evil and your worst nightmare and makes our lives a living hell in the movie. But none of those things. I mean, just like incredible. Like, as soon as camera's on, he's a different human being. He was fantastic. It was the perfect backdrop. I mean, the movie's supposed to be set in the Philippines, but where we shot, you know, we shot on that tarmac and it was hot. And you really felt like the stakes were high because it was, you know, it was challenging. It was really rewarding, but man, that weather was like, it was real. Yeah. This movie required, you couldn't be out of shape and shoot this movie or you're going to get hurt. Again, they want everything to look realistic and have there be real panic. And I don't know how much running and jumping and things that we did. And if you want it to look real, you can't fake that. You got to really like run at a 10. And and also like when they're like, I think the pirates are hitting us on the way into, you know, it was like, it was real. It was like the stakes were really high. And coupled with the heat, you know, it's it's one of those things where it's not until you're done and you're headed back home where you're like, oh my God, I can't believe we did all that. That was crazy, exhausting, and demanding. But I think at the end of the day, it's gonna speak for itself. Like none of it looks make believe. It has a very real feel to it.